Day 3 of the Swiss stage, round 3. Well, the two home teams, Dalmon versus LNG to start off the day. I'm gonna be eating breakfast with it, so you guys can make sure.
Funny enough, there is only one player out of these 10 who's played the same champion in both of his games so far.
The Yone ban, I do think, is very worth. Like this champ has such a high win rate.
Yone, who has been terrorizing mid lane at this tournament, and Aurora continues to remain a top ban.
And we talked about that combo for LNG was so big in their game versus BLG, so much damage at that dragon fight to be able to get them right back into it.
Yeah, I still think, though, there's kind of a difference in approach to the mid laners here, because Scout has still been going back towards things like the Tristana and the Yone, so still playing kind of a foot in the past when it looks at the meta, whereas Showmaker has just gone head first into the LeBlanc and the Silas. So I think it'd be interesting to see how the mid lane is approached here and how the pieces around that supported, because even the fact that you're
Octane Man to avoid the Orianna combo.
And the Yone, you're still looking at things like the Ashe, the Orianna, these big picks that can be very strong, especially with a Nocturne ban. I think Damwon or D+K are saying, hey, look, we don't actually want to look at a potential Ori first pick, but want to remove a Nocturne Orianna combo from LNG on the next rotation.
Yeah, wow, they're really going off the recent plays there from LNG, right down that ban list. All three of them keys that they used versus BLG. Like you're saying though too, I'm also looking at some like just tournament-wide power picks. The Skarner has been such a big front line for jungle right now. Really popular. Definitely expect that to be some early priority and really continue throughout the tournament.
All right, so
what are they thinking of first
Rumble,
picking though?
Yone and Nocturne banned out by D+Kia.
You
can look over at LNG. You can
first
see the
pick.
Jax and the
Whoa.
Gnar banned out there as Ziggs makes it through. This has been a priority ban so far in Worlds, and now it's picked by DK.
I was going to say both these guys are great Ziggs players as well. Gala, known as the best Ziggs in the LPL, so I was going to say you don't probably want to let that slip through. So not surprised to see D+Kia pick that one up very quickly for themselves, but it does open up Showmaker now to have a plethora of different champions in mid lane.
Insta-lock.
Go for that AD mid with the Ziggs locked in.
All right, so we're gonna grab the early blind Renekton, very good blind champion here, and then Skarner actually pairs really well with Ziggs too, so maybe you actually want to take that away earlier in the draft, since Skarner can like group people up for Ziggs ulti.
Even
we've seen that used.
Vi is very good. That's just that back line, hey, point and click,
lock
you down, but Weiwei's gonna take that one away and deny it, so maybe the Skarner is now the answer on the opposite side.
Okay, let's see how they want to go ahead and approach this one. Seeing some front line, seeing some dive threat on the side of LNG. DK thinking about a couple of options here in the jungle. There's our favorite Scorpion hovered for a second. We'll see if they do want to make.
I'd rather pick Skarner instead of Maokai.
Pretty high presence so far.
Skarner's been way better of engage compared to Maokai. That guy's been like occasionally good and kind of useless most of the games.
So the thing that beats it out though, I think 2rel, because of how easy it is to use the headbutt, knock the champion away when she tries to go
hover, no way.
Limits her engage options, makes her have to
play
on different angles. We'll see what
King
they
has
want to
played
go
it
ahead and
before.
round this
I'm pretty
draft
sure.
out with now.
They could
Still
do
need
it.
to see this one last pick.
GP's still getting hovered.
DK. What's it gonna be? Hovering a couple of different things. Back and forth, back
Olaf
and
locked
forth.
in.
Olaf locked in.
Oh baby, I love it. Whenever you see, like lots of CC to be able to ignore, it looks like a good Olaf angle, and you've got like the AP bombs coming over the top of your head to kind of support your movement forward too.
The Silas though locked in for scouting the opposite side. This is kind of sick because
Pilot.
you look at I got the Alistair, which is just a great ultimate for the Silas to take.
Into game 1 in this first series to determine the first team to punch their ticket to Paris and the quarterfinals.
And holy moly, we may not get a lane swap. Thank the Lord.
That's a
no lane swap. Let's go.
All right, we're already winning, boys. We are already winning.
Showings on this motor pick, so not surprised to see it brought out fully.
All right, Kobe, you said you were expecting junglers here in the top side for the volatile matchup. Zika jumping forward, trying to lock up
Zika flashed off.
in for the Ruthless Predator, and Weiwei is
and King's in.
Playmaker first blood over to Zika.
I love you go for Dragon is hung. Should you interrupt the reset? Yeah, nice here from Mohan. The Ziggs.
Oh, he wasted ignite and didn't even cancel.
It got him during that last quarter second. So aiming still managed.
It's going to be a trade, but even just the camp starting to tick over in favor of Weiwei.
Ooh, wow, Scout going in, looking for a little bit more on Lucid.
You're trying Lucid, so you can't even come and contest the grubs.
That's a really good, honest to
Be more scrappy. Like, this is such a fun compositions on both sides to see exactly how you can try and come away with this. But
Fun,
LNG,
but kind of boring early game.
only now starting to come out of base means DK get to set up nicely in river, and the push in mid is fairly simple with Aiming opening up there.
Okay. See if we get a whole lot of trading back and forth here with just some of the poke tools being used. Gala firing off the Void Seeker, but bouncing bomb's not going to connect in response. MasterCard lane economy snapshot showing you that yes, it's a bit of a
Wow. Okay, Gala got chunked to half. That's it. Kingen is fighting Renekton, but I don't know if he wins this.
Our ulting top laners. Zika trying to wait for those cooldowns to come back. He doesn't want to stand there and fight the Olaf. Auto attack v auto attack. Zika looking to chase him down now. A little bit more is all he needs. Run, Kingen, run!
No
Zika
way.
with the solo kill.
Zika played that so well. He jumped into the minions, got the last auto attack for his Fury build-up, and then got that massive heal from both hitting the champion and all those creeps at the same time. Now gets
Nice
to push in
solo
on bot.
kill.
Could even look for a quick reset now that he hits 11 and teleport back.
Kingen has
into the
TP.
come off cooldown. Oh, where's Scout off to?
Okay, oh wait, Gala, very low on HP, down to 150, having to try to get away from this with a killer instinct. Last bouncing bomb ain't gonna hit him. The AD carry from LNG.
They force him off of Herald. Aiming might get fucked. Moham has a tank. Huawei's in. Holy shit. Oh, there's ulti. They're going to the mom. They force so much.
And the scrap continues.
Sick Vi ultimate there from Huawei as Moham tried to headbutt him away. They get their kill again. Cow down. LNG punished that dive attempt.
And LNG
That's the one where he's doing no damage. He went condom build on Ziggs. He built Seraphs for side of.
Raptors are to come in and find for LNG despite the gold lead that they have.
And Aiming himself, has been so good for DK.
Wow,
Both
okay.
On, the traditional carries that you expect
Walked
from
up
him,
and shit on him like that.
Like the Zeri and stuff, but him really incorporating the Ziggs so heavily in regional finals, and now being able to steal it away and pull it out here could be the big difference maker. That big AoE.
They're going down for
on the
Kingen.
item spikes here
Kingen
might be
should probably
amazing.
TP out.
Regardless, though, is going to be Rift-Trailed picked up, and Kingen.
Ooh, yeah, Kingen trying to get himself away. Zika's gonna stop the back. Kingen knows that the
Oh,
only way
what
this
the?
works out okay is if he takes somebody with him. He cannot escape there. He tries to put the damage in, but it is not enough. LNG pick up another.
This counter pick is not working out at all for LNG, or for DK there, by the way, for Kingen. I mean, just think of the beginning of the game, the setup on the gank, then he also got the solo kill, then his team arrives here. It has just been all Zika all day, and now
we got some more problems for Moham and for DK. As Scout
Just sacrifice him, man.
He
He can't do anything.
Alistar ulti means he's totally unafraid of any sort of a counter attack.
Unless.
Also continuing to try to chase this. Scout got knocked back over the wall. He
Oh, the
misses
slow.
Uganda.
Oh, and Moham dies to W.
Void Seeker from all the way
How's he
in
supposed to
mid
know?
lane. Gala's the one getting the
their mid lane tower is still very healthy. They still have
I mean, as long as Showmaker can stack up, I think he should be fine for the later half of this game.
Really looking at those critical summoner spells on
I don't know how well Olo scales into the later half because he did get jumped by like literal the little gank level 1, well not level 1 but like in the early game for the first kill, and then he got solo killed, and then he was winning it, and then he got help.
Oh, hold on now. TP coming in for LNG. Scout might be a little bit too far forward. Seals away the Maokai ulti, which means he doesn't have the tankiness
He's
for
locked
the
down,
that he would
but
like.
Scout's getting out.
Jumping back into the Baron pit, flashing back over the wall,
Oh,
barely staying alive. Mom roars in.
wow,
Scout
that one wasted a lot and he's
steps
still
left.
alive.
He walks away for now.
That bomb from aiming was
But
pretty
that
shit, not gonna lie.
audacious from the LNG.
He should have known he was gonna go over anyway.
I did not expect that one to be going the way of Scout. I thought he was going to fall there way too deep and very little vision, and now he got Rift-Trailed, but
What we're doing
take two.
again.
Teleport from behind, but this time it's Renekton.
It's the Crocodile. Moham trying to get away a lot for this point in the game. He's still going to need a couple of more minutes to hit that 225 sweet
Moham's
spot,
dead.
as now LNG might have themselves another
Oh, he
opportunity
had the
at
flash.
play. They will not be able to catch out that enemy Alistar, but Aiming's in a lot of trouble. Flash for the Ruthless.
Wow.
Gala's on a killing spree. TP arrives too late from DK.
They're just playing too forward.
With the enemy Ziggs down, with his flash blown, it's problems for DK. Beautifully.
Showmaker might be dead here.
As LNG follows up, and a Void Seeker finds the heart of Moham. DK just collapsed, and
Damn.
LNG hit him right in the ribcage.
And that's going to be a Baron as well on top. The cherry on top of those 2 plays for LNG. They're going to blow this game wide open with Baron buff and the 5 grubs. They should actually be able to
I don't know why
take a
Aiming was so
ton of
bored
towers.
I mean, I just think
when
it
his
was
team
the
was
words
scrapping in the
fatality
jungle.
off the back of that one. LNG, that was really the punch that they needed to make things happen. And a great engage off the back from Hung as well, because this is a guy who has been criticized.
Like, King just CP down here. They got the ball lane turret.
Not having the best of moments, but when this guy has his high highs, he is such a strong support, and you get to see it with the engage off the back here.
Oh, he's just fighting in here. Oh, he threw the satchel so he couldn't get out, and then he flashes for him.
Immediately right in there, and Zika again, another big play from him, being able to get this first kill. But then it's really the second
Showmaker
one.
Ian
Here
forward
comes
was kind of
highlighting,
troll.
and it is that re-engage, even under tower. He goes straight for it. Hung's able to get the lockup. And there's no real threat that's going to force them off because Olaf is top lane pushing out. So LNG are like, whoa, you are stepping up. Even under your tower is a little bit too close to us.
Too far forward, man.
Yeah, you can even see like the Alistar ult was stolen again. It was like, we can tank this for days.
Turret advantage, 8,000 gold ahead. They've still got Baron for another 15
Maokai ult that
seconds.
actually does
They're gonna
damage.
use it to try to
Come
force
on.
the play onto the tier 2 turret top, but DK holds the line for now.
Yeah, and the Renekton that you mentioned with the over 2,000 gold lead, by the way, against that counter
that little
pick,
detail.
is hitting inhibitor
Moham's
power
down
right now.
2
So,
levels, by the way.
being unanswered, the Ziggs bomb tries to push him off. The minions were still empowered by the Baron, though, so they didn't all die down there either. And the Renekton pressure is going
Oh,
to
they're
be
jumping onto
relentless.
fucking Lucid and he's dead.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot left to Lucid here in the top side jungle. As long as they have the tier 2, it ain't gonna matter now, but hold on, Gala and Weiwei are gonna keep pushing the issue further forward. Over the wall, the abscond of Duck doesn't catch anybody else.
Oh, they're in a choke.
Try to get back away. Zika showing up for the reinforcements, but King
Okay, King ain't got a kill into the rel.
Zika fighting 1v3.
Showmaker got his execute now.
Disengage back into the jungle now. Here to the rest of the team. LNG. They are smelling
They force him
blood
off
in
of
the
it.
water, but DK wants to.
So we'll see how long that continues.
This Lucid just
because
got shit on,
they
bro.
absolutely deleted Lucid here, and then yeah.
That's what I'm
they go
saying,
a little
Maokai
bit
isn't that
deep
good,
and
bro.
give one back, but still
I'd rather
are
have
gonna be
Skarner,
able
'cause
to
he actually
return
is
to their
tanking.
same pressure.
Maokai just
Take
feels
over that
like he
wall. They
doesn't
take a lot of damage
do
on the
anything.
way out 'cause of the Ziggs and the
Sure, his engage might be good
harassment,
occasionally,
from
but like
the Smolder.
people, it's kind of like
You know, DK, the Smolder is something we should touch on.
noticeable, or like it's like kind of scripted, like how you're gonna play. I also don't like the phase rush on Maokai because you're not tanking. While active shock on Skarner at least lets you be tanking.
It's really when you finally get your
And just the items.
you get the extra range.
Yeah, cool. You buy a cheap support item as your first item. That's Locket. I don't even think it's like good or helpful. I think you just have to build tanking after it. So you're just kind of on the downward spiral of like you're just gonna be like kind of behind.
Grouped with the team like this, he doesn't go off to his son. No.
Yeah, never mind. Fight starting off. Weiwei
Oh, they're jumping in. Showmaker's still getting CC'd by the Rel R.
Weiwei
Weiwei might die. Showmaker kills him. Kingan's fighting. Oh, Stars gets procced. Lucid's going in. Scholar's almost dead. Oh, Locket gets procced from Rel. DK are now forcing the Baron, which I kind of don't like. They have TP from Scout if he wants to go. Oh, Lucis gets caught! Can they chunk him? Zika's here. He can jump in behind them. Oh, God, snipe Moham. Nice free poke on the King. Go for the drag. Opium.
DK got a little too hyped on their comeback potential there. They're like, Showmaker hit 250. Oh, we can go. We got some kills. But way too much to go over towards Baron. And then
They're going to head over for this, so they can't even take it. They get a free slow for literally that fight.
But this was such a sick turnaround from Moham, because I want to watch as the engage comes through here. Flashing in to interrupt Hung, making sure that Hung can't get that big crash down, then sets up for DK to play in this choke point. Gala can't step forward because there's so many things that are just being tossed his direction, and that's that slow fight them playing through.
Oh, if that landed and they could have gotten another Q off of onto Gala, Gala's dead. Maybe they could have kept.
Still here, and I have ultimate available. So he just immediately goes, "Thank you very much. I'll take that, Lucid. You're first to fall." And even watching Zika again, putting pressure on towards aiming, means that he doesn't really have a position to try and follow up. Despite
They're rotating for
Scout
Dragon,
goes
the
off back
picture.
of this, and guns out now after a great combo from Zika.
Yeah. Kingen not loving this situation.
Not able to get
And
it.
the
They're
tier
jumping
three
onto
turrets
Lucid
have been killed in
maybe.
both top and mid lane at the same time. Zika pops
It's like
the
a pops
dominance,
ultimate.
looks to rotate over to the greater fight. They're gonna lock up Moham here at the very start. As Scout steals away the unbreakable will. He's so tanky there in the front line.
Trying to get the
Mega
wave
Inferno Bomb
so it doesn't
do
kill
a
it.
thing. Mid lane inhibitor down, top lane inhibitor exposed.
Oh my
LNG
god, he did
still
go the
doing
double
just
condom
fine as
build.
DK
Why the
scrambled
fuck
to
are
try to
you like
defend.
building
And they're
banshees
right
on
again.
figs?
Gala jumps in with the killer instinct. He wanted to go after Showmaker, but he ain't gonna find him. He stays alive with the extra bit of time from the stasis. Kingan's on the front, trying to hold these guys off, putting a couple of hits into Hung, but it ain't gonna matter. Scout steals away another. Maokai, ulti, LNG with
Oh,
two inhibitors
Mom's
down
dead.
on the enemy squad.
Unless
Continue to push forward.
he's
Mohawk
alive.
stays alive. Wait, getting himself back into the fight. He's trying to
Oh,
stay alive,
Showmaker
but
has
it
a
ain't gonna
pop.
work out. It's too dead on the side of LNG. But Zika, Scout, and Gala are still pushing. The minions are finally gonna get cleared away, and DK's looking for a little bit of extra
Bird's
fire,
gone.
but they ain't gonna find anything here just yet. The game goes on.
That last auto attack from the cannon minion, though, gets one of the Nexus turrets.
Mom might
Scout,
die.
Is he finished yet, though? Still hovering around, considering since he has that Ziggs ult that he could do some serious damage. But LNG routed, they are pushed back. But every single time they come knocking at this castle, more and more of these structures are falling.
And more LNG convincing us of their dominance in game number 1.
Wow.
They still have the Dragon Soul. They've got 2
Amy
inhibitors
literally
down,
does
so
no
it should be
damage.
an easy
He bought
repeat
Seraphs
here.
and Banshees
With the
Veil.
extra pressure of 2 inhibitors down, that Elder Dragon that's about to spawn, as we will go back to live shortly, is going to be pretty easy for them to set up a dangerous situation for DK. But here is that defense that you're going over. Weiwei had another good Vi ultimate there, even as they were trying to disengage him to make sure they could get that kill. But they still get the chase off. DK defend for now, and so we'll go back to live and see about the setup for that Elder Dragon that's going to spawn. They have to deal with
Instantly lose. DK trying to take the long way around, wrap up from the bottom lane. They shoot Mom
No
out
way
just
we
'cause
use
they think,
Mom
what
for
if
vision.
LNG is already on the objective? They weren't, but now the Smolder ulti no longer being available for the upcoming fight puts DK at yet another disadvantage. Zika still
They're
hanging
on
around,
it.
waiting.
It's halfway.
Weiwei and Gala DPSing the Elder just by themselves as a two-man unit. As Hung's gonna run interference, looking to keep everybody else away.
Oh, they get it.
The Magnet Storm.
Oh, GG.
Zika's ready to follow it up. They got the Elder, and they're looking to tear
Showman gets TPing in
the remaining 4
with
players
Kingen.
trying to get out, but it ain't gonna matter. Scout's got an unbreakable will, and LNG's got unbreakable lines. Moham will be the next to die as a double kill for Gala will seal their fate.
Oh,
Scout goes on a rampage.
somebody gets one.
One goes back, but it will not matter.
Alright,
Ace
GG.
for 1. Game 1 is going the way of LNG. They'll push down that last
Not gonna lie,
turret.
that one's like a little bit
Statement
fraudulent.
18 to 8, and LNG
Alright, GG
is
game
up
1 goes to
1-0
LNG.
in the first promo series of the quarterfinals.
Scout.
Alright.
Deathless. Gala. Deathless. LNG on top. 0-1 in their favor. Taking the game number 1.
DK speechless. That was an incredible performance from LNG. The fact that they were able to control so much of it, even when DK tried to put threat on them, but it was just next to nothing.
Beautifully.
Alright, how about we pick a
beautifully
real
done
champion in the jungle?
by
Yeah.
LNG in this first best of 3 that we're getting to see here in the
And
Swiss
we give
stage.
Aiming an
They
actual
are
EDC in
fighting,
Ozix.
man. They are ferocious. This team. is
Alright,
from
time for draw for game 2.
Hey, we want you more on the Renekton's and the
Vi
Galactic,
insta
these kind of
locked
things, but this is
into
giving a lot of trust to Zika, saying,
Camille
"We know
and
you can beat
Sedge.
Kingen, go back to your comfort and let's
And
slam them up."
then
Well, also,
no,
let's talk about
no,
how it's
no,
blind,
no.
and it
Why
was
are we
fast
picking
lane
up
for
the
being first pick in the
Ziggs? You
draft.
don't know how to
If you
play
look at
it.
the fans, it
I
feels
mean,
kind of like blind with an asterisk on it because you know Jax, Gnar,
please go
Rumble,
Ludens.
Renekton,
I don't want to see
4 out of
double
6 of
condom
these
builds,
first
man.
bans being used on the
Poppy?
top lane does eliminate a lot of things that you otherwise might expect to potentially be there.
Poppy
But
to the
Ziggs
Camille,
and
spy,
Poppy
for Kingen.
locked in for DK, expecting to see aiming back on that Ziggs here again as Weiwei is
Kai'Sa
playing the
pick.
Sejuani this time.
Something different for Kingen, so I think you still have
Maokai
options here. This will be
covered,
one
but
that
I don't think they'll
didn't
pick
expect,
it.
though, to come through.
Oh, if it is Maokai support.
We
Well.
won't go until we see the timer run all the way out. The combo was last game. We got to see
And he
Scout play
hovered.
like an absolute
Huh?
madman.
The Annie hover here. This is something that we have seen
Ari.
a little bit, but I think just
Hovered.
going back towards an Ari, something that can kind of set up.
Will
for
Showmaker
alongside
use
this
the
bot dive is
$500
gonna be
skin?
perfect.
Is the real question.
It does open up again though for Scout to go back towards. the Silas, if he really wants to. Silas was traditionally what we saw as an answer.
Fiora
to
hovered.
the Ahri, and then even the Orianna too. So I think you've still got multiple answers here.
They don't really have a tank on this team. I don't know about the
Alright.
Fiora and the Camille.
Not gonna feed him another Alistar, most likely. Just put the Poppy bottom. And let's see, what do we got into the Camille here? Is it gonna be a lock? That would be a super fun matchup. I always love Camille versus Fiora. I'll wait until it's
Cassante.
actually locked before we get excited though.
You always gotta wait.
That
When is ever anything is not Cassante is hovered.
It's so fun though because of the riposte and because of Camille wall jump and then trying to like put it a little bit to the side so you can still proc but then not get hit.
Galio being hovered.
The stun, but we don't even get to go into it because it will just be another Cassante.
All right, so what's the fun part about Cassante, Camille? Come on, hype me up. Hype me up.
Yasuo hovered.
Camille wins, really. I mean, Camille should be advantaged.
Should be Galio.
You know, traditionally,
Yeah.
I think the Cassante is like a little bit rough into the Camille here as far as
About
really
3
been
tanks,
scaling
unless
Camille inside.
Scout goes the
Really
one-shot
good stuff with
combo
it.
if you're going to
Galio
electrocute
here,
on Galio, which is
counter
really
pick
good.
Still used very effectively. Galio mid,
Into
by
the
the
mid-lane
way,
matchup.
has been on a recent
Unless
tear
you're building
with the
tank,
full
then you're kind
damage
of
build.
just,
For solo
you're
queue,
just
it has
tanking
been
and
massive.
useless.
The rank 3
But they need
guys in,
damage.
Korean solo queue really got a bunch of people playing. Galio mid was really maining it with the Storm Surge. We'll see what build Scout goes
Yeah.
for here because Galio, of course, did get the extra health ratios, so you still, you know, can go the more defensive routes. But solo queues had some really nice full damage Galios going on, and I like the look.
I am one of those
Camille
guys.
Galio, such a classic combo. Hex Tech Ultimatum into the hero's entrance, especially when you look at both carries on the enemy team. That's a Ziggs, that's an Ahri, that's magic damage, plus a little bit more magic damage. Galio's gonna fly in there and protect Camille, and it is gonna hurt whoever is locked up in the way.
Yeah, the Ziggs little knockback doesn't work anymore. You need way
no,
more
that
to
is-
try and deal with this.
Oh,
Because
he
even if
didn't
you
even
get the
do it,
Camille out,
though.
there's still a Galio coming down too. So
He didn't
this
even give
is
him the
something
fist
from a
bump.
far more
He made it like
potent
halfway and the guy
position.
didn't even do it.
It still does rely heavily though on the Kai'Sa damage and also then having this Camille get ahead so then she can one-shot someone in the backline, because otherwise the ability to have this long-range damage and the disengage options that you do have with the Poppy could come back to bite.
Oh my god, they
LNG.
swapped.
Alrighty, boys, let's do it. Game number 2. DK wins this one. We get to
Active
play
shock
one
on the
more here in
Galio.
this
He's been going
series,
the
but
one-shot
if LNG
electrocute build.
takes it, they are going
Unfortunately.
straight to Paris from here. They will find themselves locked in for the quarterfinals at Worlds 2024. They are putting themselves in an incredible position to really be a
Okay.
threat, really be one of those squads that everybody else is kind of like, hey, we don't really want to draw these guys anymore when you head into quarters.
Okay,
Especially
fake.
with the versatility that they're
The
showing,
faker
right?
skin
Like,
did
yes,
get
Zika has kind of been
picked.
going towards
I don't
these
know if
ranks
it's only
with Santis,
risen
but
or
he's
it'll
always had
upgrade.
these big carry picks. The Rumble has looked great from
I
him.
don't know how it
Counter
works.
pick Rise in his back pocket at
The
times as
Showmaker
well,
does
so,
have it equipped.
and now Scout, the Tristanas, the Lucians, the Galios, the Silases, it just feels like you never know what LNG are going to bring out. And I think for a team that definitely was talked about as having these specific picks that they kind of relied on to have these
They
big
got the ward
performances
kill, though.
like Scout's Lucian, like the Yone, I think it's great to see that versatility being shown on the world stage.
Let's see what we get here as DK is doing a little bit of a late invade in the enemy jungle, sweeping out a bit of vision. Mohan and Kengan are going to face check right into this brush, and they'll both lose bone plating and not a whole lot more.
Yeah, they're trying to do the little bit of delay and go in.
Okay, we are getting a scrap
Ooh.
here, 3 at level 1. Zika got to try to get away from that one a little bit faster. Him and Weiwei both down to half HP. Third and Tofo strike knocks the Sejuani on back, but nobody's really that close to death. Critically, you can see the big Raptor going over to Weiwei, but he didn't get the entire camp, aiming there with a 1 CS.
But even getting some there is like a bit of a steal away. You know, whenever we have the lane
No one's gonna be
swaps and
balling,
DK
bro.
trying to go for
I
more
hate
that invade
this.
to push
Also,
them
he
off
wouldn't
so that
grasp
they
it
have
on
the full
Ahri, by the
topside
way.
map for Lucid, but successfully taken away a little bit there by LNG.
Okay. Hung just trying to be a nuisance here.
No
in
one's gonna
mid lane,
take
but does
anything
not get
balling.
tackled back close enough to the turret there for the range
I
to shoot.
fucking hate lane
Curious to see
swaps,
what
man.
happens now with the supports though, because we have seen,
LNG backs it away.
and that's the thing, Moham did his job there.
Zika
All he needed was for
TP'd.
Kengan to get the
Up.
experience and make it work. He's level 3.
What are you
Mohan
doing?
Jumping in there after Weiwei. He is going to get stunned up. Void Seeker fired out, but Kingan, wisely intercepting that one, making sure that it doesn't collide
You
with the
could
bomb.
get the Q3 there, but
Nice little chunk there. It's Raptors #2 here, so they know.
oh, the
Lucid
flash, the
going
react
after
from Scout.
forcing the flash out of him. Summoner spell for summoner spell there, but DK's happy to take it, make that Galio more vulnerable.
Yeah, LNG know that. Yeah, they could come
I
for
think
a
he's getting
second
chunked.
Raptors, but it doesn't matter if you know. Nice
Yes,
little bit
TP,
of
so you can
damage
just come
there,
back to
gonna
lane.
force Scout's flash. Pretty big here
Scout
for
TP'd.
Lucid. They, of course, invest their own flash, but trying to get pressure onto the Galio is really big. Whenever you're running Vi plus Ari, you want to have the level 6
Mahomes
kill
is literally
potential
only level 2,
really
bro.
be there. And with now Scout on the Galio with no flash, he will certainly be a viable target. As Zika right now is the target.
Oh,
Knocked back with the satchel charge. Zika trying to get away there, jumps towards his opponents with a hook shot for the extra distance.
oh, okay. They set it up for him.
Aiming on the Zig. So I think
Now turret shots flying out, but Scout's made his way down to the fight now too. 4v1.
This is definitely
Keegan still
difficult.
level
He needs a
5,
W.
Nowhere close to being able to go all out, but he knocks him back, doing a beautiful job so far. Kingen, one-man army from DK.
And Showmaker's here.
Finally
Can you clean up
falls.
any of them? No, you won't.
LNG barely stumbling out of it.
Yeah, aiming up here on the Ziggs, just destroying.
Please don't build
this
Seraph.
tower. And he was also the one,
Please.
to
Just
get
hold on
last
to the
hit
tier.
onto the kill for the first blood that they got on Zika. So it's
All right, they need to get the
very,
plating
very
fast.
dangerous Ziggs very early on into this game.
Satchel.
Yeah, there you go. Turret down. Ziggs doing what Ziggs does, and Kingen now goes
Kingen?
all out.
Can we
here
get a kill,
on
please?
Kasante, chasing after Hung, but he can just join up with the rest of his
Nah.
team. Up here in this bottom side river. Weiwei still working on the Drake. They're level 4, they're half HP.
The charm.
Support and jungler of LNG, so they got to be a little bit careful here, even though they have a massive numbers advantage.
Kingen's dead.
Catch Kingen, he went way too close. What in the hell are we doing, Kingen? That was not the right choice. LNG getting a punish, and now the fight might just continue. Lucid wants to try to get away back over the
no
wall.
flash.
Wall breaker ain't gonna work. DK just throwing their man into a blender.
Dude, check PayPal? Huh?
They're all getting lost in there. What in the heck are they doing, Flowers? That's two free kills.
I'm so confused. I was like, oh, this is really cool. Kingen's getting some nice damage down. They're just making it awkward for them, and like Hung will have to reset.
I don't think Hong should have. Kingen shouldn't have yeeted him because he gets him there.
Vi's not there. Poppy's not there. This is 2v4. Like, this is not where you want to try and take this fight. And sure, they get the damage on Hung, but this is such an overextension.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
tell.
you gotta
the
eat,
call
and they
is
got queued by
try and delay them.
Sedge.
Hey, we're on the way. We want to try and punish them. We want to catch them. But then, not only does our Kasante die, but then Lucid dies for control.
Hong has a flash there.
Inside the dragon pit. The dragon pit where the dragon had already been taken, nonetheless. So, to going down. And 3 members of LNG are coming to try and make sure of that.
Yep, we got another teleport coming in to try to turn this into a very
Kingen's gonna be done.
one-sided fight. It's another bad experience for Kingen around
Should've
the
just given
bottom
it up.
lane. 0-3 and 0 on Kasante in this game.
I think that's a great call from LNG because they're like,
Fuck,
fine, you
man.
can have the next pack of grubs off of your push on top side, off of your push in mid lane, but we're going to know that you're taking those grubs and make a play on the other side of the map.
I think it's always one of the most critical skills in League of Legends that really separates the top teams. Hold on now, another one of those skills is a dive when you can find it. Beautifully done.
The
from
Poppy
DK,
flashed
but a nice
forward so she
interruption
could
as
NW'd.
LNG wanna get that counterattack now on Lucid, who tries to escape off to the right, but it's not gonna do a whole lot. You would have to think. Lucid still staying alive for now, still trying to get himself back away. One more punch from Scout's gonna get it done as Hung gets slammed back into the wall there by the Poppy, but a DP's coming in. There's your
Oh.
There's a double kill back over to Scout. There's Zika making his way into the fight as Kingen goes unstoppable with his reinforcement, but the fight's already finally done. LNG has spawned. LNG with a 5-man play going
Oh,
in.
the
They find
Glacial
the Glacial
Prism.
but it's only on to Moham.
Moham.
How much do they want to commit
Knocked
to
up
this?
with
Looks like
Poppy.
the whole kitchen sink.
Oh,
Should
Hang
be
is
a
still
1
alive.
for 1 though. Hung barely getting away.
Dead.
Showmaker finally gonna finish him, but
Lucy's
Lucy's
dead.
gonna drop next. 3v4.
Kingen's
Aiming is
here.
still alive.
They ain't doing
Kingen
anything, though.
Trying to cut off Zika. Hero's entrance looking to
Yeah,
back
yeah.
up that top laner as Kingen is once again in a bad spot. He has to flash to try to escape, but it's Scout back over the wall.
He's
LNG
dead.
doing a beautiful job.
Nah, GG.
As the fist of Scout finds the forehead of aiming, and that one is going to be a
Okay, that's a good
clean
line.
fight for LNG.
The Galio punches are very satisfying there. That was actually beautiful kind of dissection of the fight from LNG.
Oh,
They
King
cut
is
off
the
both
champion right now.
members here, as you see Galio ultimate used up to the top side and then jumping right back over the wall.
Yeah, and it was just a great setup because you see the steadfast presence go down, which means that Zik is just waiting for the follow-up there, threatening Lucid so Lucid can't go in. Once Lucid does, the
think
immediate
it's
ult from the
what's-
Camille means that he can't really threaten on towards the back line. And then Kobe, as you just highlighted, the split up here. Gala staying away from the wall so King can't really get him into position. Wei getting that knock up. You've got Scout who's peeled now for Showmaker and happy to take the brunt of that damage thanks to having
I mean,
a
King in all
Hollow
odds and he has no
Raven
damage, and then he still dies
alongside
the
pushing over the wall
scout.
to finish off aiming. Beautiful stuff from LNG.
Yeah, I love it. You know, Scout, he protects the top side with his ultimate, then he
Ooh.
flashes over to get the taunt and
What was that Lucid
combo
reaction?
on the big threat of DK and finally allow them to take down aiming. And like Scout has just been so good.
Not gonna lie, Dom one kind of looking like frauds in the 2-0 category.
Why Gala himself even spent his own personal money along with
The games
some
are
of
kind
his
of
old
close.
teammates to really help Scout get here. And
LNG's
hey,
games also
bring
look
them back in
close, except for the
gameplay.
BO3's game, I think. I didn't watch it though, so I have no idea
We're talking about aiming being the
how
win
close it
condition,
was.
aiming being up 1,500 gold.
Overloading these lanes with Scout and Zika, and then using Zika as a TP back to try and play.
Okay,
off
no
those there,
damage.
but DK read
Nice.
this.
Yeah, Showmaker and Lucid both around here. Mega Inferno Bomb used to just clear the wave.
Oh, they
Scout
stopped
just
Scout from
gets
jumping out.
interrupted, so then he has to flash to try to escape, but a nice charm from
Okay, I mean,
Showmaker to lock him
Lucid
up.
needs
And
to-
LNG is
Oh!
gonna get punished.
Nice.
Immediately the bio to stop the hero's exit. Beautifully done there to ruin the game plan of their opponents. DK showing that they're still paying attention here in the bottom lane.
Yeah, great read from DK. This is kind of a set play that LNG have used a couple of times. It's a
Oh,
good
the
shot
E
from
got
wall
him
where
out.
They will try and just overload one side lane where they have these TP advantages to.
On Dragon. So
They have to
retaken
fight this
control
to
now
stop
by
this whole
LNG in
stacking.
push.
Keegan keeps trying to reset. I'm not sure if he's come close to that item completion, so may want to try and get that in just so we can come in with
Keegan
the
is
TP
kind of
LNG,
finding
giving
Zeko
him
right
a
now.
lot of space here to DK.
I think the fight on top lane is actually really important too, to be able to see where that goes, since it is actually 2 items for Zika. Slight advantage here over Kingen, who hasn't been able to complete. And he's trying to make it work.
TPing
He does
in.
get his teleport off, so LNG, they want this soul. They're
Yep.
going to send everybody.
Zika here first. LNG with control of the pit. They're going to pour some DPS into the objective. DK still got to be careful about their approach.
This is
but
gonna try and
it's gonna be a little
steal.
bit Too little, too late. Mega Inferno Bomb over the top as they want to try to get their jungle.
Oh, they're getting Lucid though.
Counterattack coming out from LNG. The Drake is going to be secure. That is
They jump at the
Mountain
Zika.
Soul over to the LPL squad.
Gala's
As
jumping
now
in.
the front
Scout
line,
uses
they
the
gotta be
hero
careful.
entrance.
Zika here on the front line, gonna be taking nobody barely 5 thanks
Oh my
to
god,
Surge.
King get flashed in and
Zika
gets
combo,
immediately
combo. The team
gangbang.
cover onto King, it's gonna be good. LNG still chasing.
Wait, he's still alive.
Is at death's
Oh,
door.
he flashed forward.
Down, and
The statue
Hawk is
cancels
gonna be
hang.
stopped. LNG still scrambling
Woo!
to fight.
Get
Until
Zeka.
the back of an
Get
enemy.
Zika.
Make it a triple for the Zig.
Scout's dead.
Scout
No
about
flash.
to fall, and the Void Seeker
Moham's
will
still
get one back.
alive.
Soul of an LNG. It's
Holy
fight
shit, that
for
was such a close fight.
DK.
But they go for Baron.
Go! Did Aiming just save the game? It was also an amazing ultimate from Kingen. He was actually able to Cassante ult away from the Camille Galio combo, and now they can go for the Baron response.
Gala, low, won't be able to get into this. DK, yes, they gave Soul, but they might be able to get Baron and take so much more on the map. And again, this is such a crucial component to LNG. Actually, be able to take these towers.
Oh, I was gonna try and
because
poke
of
them.
These double AP mages that are just buffering through these waves.
I want to see the fight again. Gala here, though, is going to try and fight them off the Baron. They're still rushing it.
Hung is here.
It's 3,000 health.
2,000 health, 1,000 health, secure.
They're going in.
Lucid and DK, LNG. They wanted to try to get something back. They even used Scout's TP. That is now back-to-back TPs from Scout that have been completely ineffective. Hung wants to try to stop some backs, maybe desync them, but it's not even going to work.
I really
Nope.
want to see this fight again because I believe Kingen, Cassante ults Camille out of his own
Okay.
ultimate so that nobody was locked into the Galio combo. We'll take another look because it's
Lucid immediately got shit on. Mom W, so they can't really do anything.
They take the dragon, then they Camille Galio ult here, and then it is Kingen takes him out so that Lucid's able to
Ooh.
escape as well, and nobody gets caught in the combination. The re-engage then, sacrificing his life there.
I think that's a
He goes in to
W.
get the
I don't know.
knockback.
No,
And
you
he
flash
gets
forward
so
and
much
died to
damage
it.
out of this Zig, chunking away with
Aiming
solo,
fucking
gets right
autos.
forward,
Whew.
and he also
He satchels to
knocks
prevent
onto
Hang
Hung
from going
to make
through.
sure he can get that double kill.
All right, back to live Engage from Lucid, going in, tries to find the slam of the way.
Sedge is dead.
Sejuani, not anywhere
Give it the
tanky enough to survive this,
give it the
and
kick it.
DK
He's got
with
like an item, man.
momentum barreling down the bottom lane.
They saw Zuka in this top side, so they immediately go for the pick. They get it, and the reset now from King.
Alright, no satchel gets used here.
DK getting a lot of value out of this Baron buff and outplaying on the map right now.
This is such an exciting one. Oh my goodness, the comeback possibilities here for DK. So much gold injected into this team off of that fight.
DK coming back from the precipice of another really bad game state, and they are now
the satchel gets
over
it.
4,000 gold ahead. The Ziggs War Machine is absolutely pumping damage into these structures. 5 turrets to 2 favoring DK. Dragons are not necessary. They've got everything else in their control right now.
DK is always so fun to watch. So much damage coming out here from aiming. Him still remaining consistent for this team. Now, you know, he's even over the 2,000 gold lead, but we also have gold leads for
I totally didn't just realize that my pick'em said that Genji would be undefeated and that they have to face Hanwha. So yeah, they might become wrong. And I was thinking about putting either Hanwha or Genji as my undefeated pick, and then now we'll see what happens.
LNG, of course.
If you're not diving, you're not really doing anything on LNG's side. And if DK continues building their lead, the dive gets tougher and tougher. Moham, very, very low, but he still stays alive. Critically, Kingen trying to also continue the retreat. LNG keeps the chase alive.
Oh my god, the engage from scouting the flash forward. Kingen can do damage. They're killing Gala. Gala's still alive. We'll let him live. Lucid's out.
Plus the shielding, the Kaisa stands tall.
The locket from Weiwei barely keeps Gala alive as that last punch comes in from Lucid, and it just means that the LNG saw the TP from Showmaker on towards mid lane
of Worlds here.
They gotta fight for this all day.
To finish out this game, and of course the
Showmaker is built Maligma into Zonia's. Okay.
In fights where they just get the full commitment, they can make use of this full shields.
Lucid is building Sterex. Randuin's for freaking in. He already has a Jack show. I had this conversation with Steen. We don't think that. Well, he thinks that Iceborne Gauntlet is not a good item. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, right? And they haven't changed it. But he doesn't think it's like such a good first item on Cassante. And this is before they change this, but like the current changes, he thinks are like absolute dog shit. He got to play the champion yesterday. He's like, bro, this is awful. Because you can never choose what direction your W is anymore. Like the current one for Kingen. It's just whatever direction you're facing, and now you have to like do it beforehand.
That Zig so huge here for DK. Zika jumps in for the
Kingen is getting chunked.
But the Cassante can't really be the target. It can't be the focus for LNG if they want to have a good fight here as DK groups up and exits back towards mid.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure that Scout can't come in behind them with a big taunt. Zika trying to wrap around completely.
By the way, whose idea was it to remove the extra damage to shielding into his Shadow Fund?
But now the fight's gonna start off. Lucid wanted to go in, but it ain't gonna work out here quite yet. Aiming forced into the stasis here immediately. But
Aimin's getting chunked.
He locks everybody up, but where's the follow-up? Kingen's gonna die. Gala takes him out. DK trying to get themselves away. Zika still barely alive here at about 25% HP. Back into the Drake pit. Lucid over the wall, still thinking about maybe trying to fight for it. Moham at 1/3 HP.
Go for a smite steal. Aimin has TP.
Reset, rejoin the fight here with a teleport. The Dragon at 6,000 as Hung again still looking for an angle. There's your taunt coming out from Scout.
Oh, Lucid's dead. Oh, GG.
The charm on Gala will finish him off, but Showmaker dies to Scout here as well. Aiming in Moham trying to get themselves back away as Weiwei will be left alone here with the Elder Dragon. Hung still chasing, and Elder execute would be almost immediate here on the Moham. He's about to take the damage.
He's dead, he's dead, he's dead.
Burn down the house of DK. Aiming the last man standing. He's kiting them all the way through the jungle. They got to be careful about this one. The Ziggs is so damn hard to kill, but they've got so many more men. Weiwei still coming back around from the side.
Okay, Weiwei kills him.
Dragon Sejuani trying to cut him off.
Oh! And then kill onto him. Can he get Zeka? No, he can't. He got the shield from his passive.
And LNG get a delayed ace plus Elder.
It's aiming versus the world against the dragoned up LNG, but he just can't do it.
I'm assuming the Baron
And can't
respawn.
get it done here
Lucy
either.
gets stunned, they all
LNG
group up
playing
into
this fight
scout.
so incredibly well, picking off Lucid,
Mm.
immediately turning on towards Showmaker. Zika buying so much space on the top side alongside Hung.
I think he died to
And
the
eventual
fully
turnaround to
injuries
pick
now.
off the members of DK.
And that fight is
Have
only
that
the
bomb hit,
second
he kinda
wraparound
chunks
after
Scout
they had
for a bit.
already got the first kill. And the first fight, they actually, even though they see the Camille coming, there's nothing you can do about it. The Camille ult breaks the Vi ultimate, and they still got their engage.
Hit someone with a
Great
bomba.
follow from, Hung
Boom.
in the
It was
last
just a
one.
great guess
But,
as well by Amy.
goes down there to the big Ziggs bomb.
All right, back to live. LNG going after Baron.
It's
And
gone.
there's no contest on that one. All right, LNG have Elder for another 60 seconds. Baron for 3 minutes. They want to try to force a fight if they can while the super
He
buffs
still
are
has Glacial
active.
Prism. And they want to make him play onto Moham.
I think they just get to set up their waves how they want. You can already see Zuka pushing in that top side. The wave was
No
controlled by
damage to the
Showmaker on
wave.
bottom end, but a potential play from LNG is always on the cards. Zika going to reset.
Scout's using his W.
Back in onto the play, having finished off a GA. There it goes.
Yeah.
And now going to come back in immediately onto the top side turret.
Yeah, keep your eyes on aiming. The whole game is
Camille's
about
already
aiming.
in. Camille's on the tower. Camille's
Yeah.
still leading the tower.
He needed one more
He's
hit. I
forced.
don't think he's going to find it. Hook shot.
Glacial
to
Prism
escape in
use.
time. Glacial Prism over the wall to
It's a
block
whiff.
any sort of a chase that DK would have wanted to execute on. As Gala, now with a space created by Zika in the top lane, can secure the kill in the tier 2 back over in mid. Tier 3 turret in top, still just barely standing as the push, the onslaught from LNG continues.
And you just that top tower is
Elder's about to
the
fall,
next
but they
medium
still have
wave.
Baron
Zuka
for like
walks
2
up,
minutes.
hits it, hook shots away and is gone with the gold and to boost, and DK trying to
King
heavy
in?
pressure onto the wave stays, but LNG, they're there.
Zika's still
Not
your
able to
target.
jump in.
He's staying alive
Scout's
for now.
TPing
The
in.
TP coming
He needs to
Zika
all him
with the
out.
ultimatum.
Doesn't get him
Trying to
fully
take
out.
Kasante. All out's not going to bring him out of the ultimatum.
Mahomes gonna
Still has to
eat
retreat
way
from the
into the
damage
wall.
pouring
Oh,
in.
steadfast
Mahomes
presence.
leads the charge. Weiwei's still going to keep
No charm.
disengaging. Zika,
follow-up.
very low. No teleport to rejoin the fight. He's going to have to reset.
The charm from Showmaker was clutch there because it drew Zika in behind Kasante, so King could actually ult through him and get to the edge and away from LNG. So nice
Oh,
job there
he
by
didn't get
Showmaker,
out of the
but still,
ultimate though.
DK, they hold on. You've still got at least 2 more waves that you can play off here as DK or as LNG, but the base still stands for the moment.
Yeah, LNG, of course, they're so short range. It is hard for them to take down the final defenses of the inhibitor tower, so they really do have to rely on their split push, even with the Baron buff. Camille almost finishes off that tower, though, so the topside tower, extremely low, extremely close to going down. Of course, that team fight damage does tell the story that we already know from the side of DK,
it's
where
awful,
Aiming was
bro.
pumping out damage.
Why do people drink
trying
tea
to
like
do
on
as
a
much as
normal
they
daily
can.
basis? This thing
But
tastes like
LNG,
shit.
Of course, still
Tastes fucking
with their
awful, bro.
Dragon Soul, with all the extra gold that they've now gotten too, try to come and
Moham's
finish
getting
off the
jumped
other side
on.
of the map.
Oh, Moham finds himself in a bad spot. He's
All right.
down. Zika
Caught.
seeing the angle
Caught.
to block his escape. Now a 5v4 for
Oh.
LNG.
He's
Glacial
unstoppable
Prism
though.
on
The
King
Glacial
yet
Prism saves him.
again. The 0-6 Kasante has had such a struggle here in this second game as LNG, their Baron is about to expire. They want to try to get all the value that they can. Rotating back over to the mid lane now as the wave is also about to crash.
That did no
Making
damage.
Inferno
The
Bomb
Baron
with
minions.
very little value. Mid lane inhibitor would be the
Oh,
first
hung
one
one
to
for a
fall
flash
on
engage,
DK's
but gets
side.
immediately
As
charmed.
LNG maintain their 5v4 advantage for the next 10 seconds. There's nothing more to claim here in the base. They're going to retreat for now. Still hanging around though, seeing if maybe DK gets a little bit too greedy on the chase, but it will not happen.
A minute and a half until Elder's Dragon though, so he may just have to rinse and repeat. The fact that DK held on to that top tower though is crucial because no super minions away from that side of the map is going to work out great, but Kingen Zuka realizing that wants to move up towards this top side, I think put pressure there so that then he can encourage more members of DK to try and defend away from the Elder Dragon.
It's just really good movements from LNG. To be able to take over jungle, make it so
Thornmail.
dangerous, get
Dude,
their
what the
pick off,
fuck do
and
we have
rotate
Thornmail
from
for?
bottom lane up towards mid, another bunch of chunks. Like, it just seems so hard at this point for DK to retake control.
I swore
With
that I'd almost
another
dog shit.
Elder coming up and your mid inhibitor down once again, it is going to be that very dangerous situation where you're going into an LNG vision control territory,
Oh, fuck.
where they also have the big gold advantage that they've retaken in this game.
Yeah.
And they again just have so many tools to force the fight on you when you come to face check. Similar to their full dive in the
Bro, I
previous
feel like I'm
game,
getting
it is
waterboarded when I
on
fucking drink
LNG
this tea,
now to
bro.
just finish this one out with
Like, I need to
one
drink
more
it because
big
I'm sick.
fight.
And it's like, I think thermal flu or something, but like, fuck, man. Like, I'm getting waterboarded every time I have to like chug this thing before it gets cold. Actually terrible. Thank God I fucking finished it. Do you drink like the remnants of it at the bottom of the tea? Like the little like,
Big items to look for.
I don't think it's sediment. I think it's like whatever they put in the tea.
They both have that second life, but you've got the
Asking
double
for a
stasis
friend.
for the
Asking
carries
for
on
myself,
DK
you
at
know?
the same time. Zika still at a pincer angle here, not on top of the ward.
Needs recalling
As the
though.
Drake started up, aggroed a little bit here by LNG, but no real DPS put into it.
Honestly,
On either side.
if
DK
that one gets a drag,
still
I don't think anything will really
attempting
happen
to
off of
approach
it.
here on this river angle, but now you got a TP coming in as Zika just bought his death's dance.
I think they'll
It
be
is
able
full
to
build
close,
Camille
not really
going
close
into
to the
the
game
second
unless the
counter drink
timers
for the
are
game.
that high.
Taking the poke though from aiming as Showmaker's forced into the stasis. He's got to try to get himself back away. Zika
They're going to
back
Zeka.
line. He's already isolated. He's going to be knocked down. Surely though, right? Hero's entrance ain't quite going to find the way that it's looking for. Zika onto the back
King needs to
line.
kind
Aiming,
of
trying to
get in
away.
the
Need to
fight.
lock him up, beat him down. Way finds the kill on
Alright,
Aiming.
GG. Aiming got caught.
DK is looking like a great
Alright, GG. 2-0 for LNG.
LNG barreling down mid lane.
We're kind of looking like
Game
frauds,
two
that one.
was closer.
Kind of looking like the
DK
frauds.
was stronger, but LNG still are better. Kingen jumps into the middle of everybody, but
Yeah,
it ain't gonna do
they didn't even
a
take
damn
Elder.
thing. Showmaker gets shown just who's the better team here, and
GG.
LNG are the first
Alright, moving on to
team
quarters.
for the quarterfinals in Worlds 2024.
Nice.
Zika's just too rich, man. Over a 6,000
Bro, Dollar never has a
gold
fucking reaction, I
lead
swear.
Individually, the full build Camille with the Guardian Angel to go in and just force
GG.
the last fight.
What a showing
GG to
from
LNG.
LNG. Let's toss it back over to the analysts.
Thank you so much. It's LNG that booked their tickets to the quarterfinal in dominating fashion after D plus Kia did get something done, even though we absolutely hated their draft. I speak for everyone
Spoiler.
here. LNG simply just better.
I don't think the Ziggs priority should ever be a thing.
Was really historic here.
It's so frustrating.
The drafts came out on top.
Sejuani Nar. Bans, they didn't ban Oriana, which is surprising, so they took the Ari instead of Oriana. I'm assuming Ori isn't really
Always
good
love
into
seeing a Kaisa, man,
Yone,
especially
because
after
she'll get
last year's.
shown
We got
actually in
season
lane.
pretty fun Kaisa.
Viper, well, pays first pick
Season pretty fun Kaisa
Tavares,
here in
and then
this
Viper
one
counters
as well,
with
but we do need to
Kaisa.
see what they are
They
going
did ban
to
on
round
most
out
of the
this
ADCs.
composition with here for Delight in the support role. Delight on Engage, I am not surprised to see that
Rel for
whatsoever.
Delight.
The Rel is the name of
Not
the
bad.
game here for him.
It's the Kaisa combo, as well as from the Nara knockup, as well as the glitch up prism from Sedge. Should be able to get a free OT for Zeka, which is a Yone. What are they thinking of support? They counter pick in here. They can either go Alistar, which I don't think is that good. But I don't know. It's good into foul in the laning phase, but I don't know if you get a lot from it. Okay, Renan is really good for the handshake.
Comes off great.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting.
And that's kind of where
Grass
this
for the
Yone,
art as well.
edgy guy just gets to show his stuff, right? He wants to be close and personal with you, so you're kind of just setting it up. So curious now to see how Genji want to.
And Chovy, these guys
I don't know.
that have had
The
some
grass build feels
serious
pretty
blows
weird.
back
So
and forth
Bavari
before,
and
even though the all-time record
Aurora.
doesn't really
Aurora, it
favor
feels nice
Zeka.
because
I
I
was looking at
played
some stats
with it
the
before,
series today.
so it does
Zeka's all-time
feel
series
decent
record
and
against
for
Chovy
survivability.
is 2-16.
But Zeka
Two
not going
important
grasp
ones,
on
though.
Yone
The
is
two
also
ones that
kind of
he
weird.
won were
He's going
World
fleet.
Semifinals 2022.
I think I'd
and
rather
then
go
LCK
grass
Summer
on Yone
Finals just
compared to Fleet
this
Footwork.
split. Two big ones.
But he could
for
just go
Zeka
Bork
to
into
say, hey,
Strikebreaker anyway.
It's not about the quantity,
That's probably what he's
it's
gonna
about
do
the
unless he's
quality.
building for crit
Kind
then.
of Chad, no?
That's different.
Beat you in some really real.
Great,
Bro,
especially in a
I
potential
hate
time.
this
So they
laning.
kinda
It's
have to
literally
adjust now on
Viper's
Genji's
top
side.
side
It's
was
kinda
Doran,
interesting to me because
and then
a
there's
lot of
nobody
it
covering bot
was
side.
in the previous
It's
iterations
literally
you're talking
both-
about,
both
the support
ways,
actually soaking the full level 2
And then
from the mid
they get
lane,
more
but
off of
because
the
he
top lane
went
plating,
over
if
to
I
Canyon
remember.
and kinda messes around with
Hard
Canyon
is
while
more
Canyon's doing jungle, you still have to on the
No, what is
level
it called?
one
There's
on
more
the rail, and so the
resistance
defense is going to
on
be
it.
a little bit more difficult.
Survivability for
Okay,
it.
Doran eating a little damage here, but because Delight shows up.
And Zeka especially due to their recent play. Let's see about this one.
Oh,
though.
they're gonna put in the
Hey,
pace.
Delight
The
doing
flash
a
is good.
big
And he gets
engage
glacial
there on
prism.
Pace. Genji's
The
AD
banana
carry ain't getting away from
should
that
keep
one.
him alive a
No
little bit longer, but he's still
bailout
dead. It doesn't
bails
matter.
you out of that
Holy
much damage.
shit.
It's first blood over to Viper.
Onward,
And that has been the
King,
difference. Really big
the
target
fight
on
this
Pace
time,
back.
actually.
He's
Holy
dead,
shit.
and now no summoner spells again. So the timer continues here.
I
Now you
really-
have to really play
I
around.
feel
No
like
flash,
that
no
they've been
cleanse
very
again.
underwhelmed
It
by
is
the
just going to be
Varus
a
as a
rough game
pick
from him.
when the games
as
I've
we
seen
kind of
him.
already suspected straight from Champ Select.
And
I
hey,
remember people
Dagger
were
back in
banning him
Champ
out,
Select. You
but,
said
like, I don't
Delight's
think
probably
he's
best
that
engaged
good
support in the world right
at the
now, and
moment.
he immediately goes.
Damage though.
You do need to try and buy time here because Peanut doesn't have his ultimate up
If
and
it's
available,
Peanut off
which
of the
is why
grubs,
Genji
but I
are
don't
trying to
like
play off
that
this timing
at
window
all.
to attack, move down from
Well, they
Hollow
get
Life,
3 and
though.
3,
I don't know if
but
they can get all of them though, because that was
why
also
does he have to
Varus'
try and
ultimate
contest?
use for the little chunk
they already
of damage
wasted
he got.
Varus ulti, so they can't really
All right,
force a
second
play
void
onto
grub
people.
is about half HP. Peanut's gonna
Well,
step
they are
forward,
here
turning it
fast.
down
But
when
King's
you
going
wild
for a
into the
solo,
bottom lane. Doran
solo
trying to
kill
get
onto
away from
Doran,
Key.
though.
He's down to 100 HP while the grubs are fought
They still
for,
get 4 grubs.
secured by
They still
Hanwha
get the
Life,
one
and
grubby
they will
that
get the
summons.
Void Might spawns.
Exactly. All of it is just depending on at least getting 1 grub out of the first pack, and then you still have the threat for the second pack of grubs. Meanwhile, Keen here, the Aurora pick that we were highlighting, also going to be able to get some extra pressure. Pushes in. This should be a turret plate. Very, very close to getting one. Doran's going to say no
Well,
turret
this
plate
is the
for you. I'm gonna
ultimate,
take away
but he
your
clears the
mini
full
wave.
wave
You
entirely,
want
so
that
King can't even
juicy,
continue
tiny
pushing.
sliver of health away. King can't get it quite
He does
yet.
have CP back to match for it, but he won't have a Mega Gnar, so
it does mean Doran will just reset and move back up to the Aurora as the top
we'll
side.
see what really happens, because Kai'Sa's here to answer with Rao. The King can't even push anymore. Will he be able to get an item off of it? I don't think so, but we'll see. He should be building the injuries anyway.
Then start to roam down towards his objective, but
Done. So I think we see his first ulti here.
Okay, Delight with a Hex Splash over the wall. Peanut. Glacial Prison onto the hands,
Glacial
but it ain't gonna be a
Prison's
whole
down, they
lot
jump
now. The
onto
lights go off. Paranoia
Peanut.
goes in. Gen
There's-
G with a kill
there's
on
one more.
Peanut, and this is exactly what they need.
Zeka might be dead.
Tries
Oh,
to use Fate Seal
it goes to
the wall,
Pace.
but it's an arrow through his heart. The samurai falls to the archer. Gen
Oh,
G
the chunk comes
take
in.
Drake
I don't think they have enough
+2,
damage to
and
kill the
they
light
ain't
anyway.
done
They chunk him
yet.
though.
Keen still
Actually
scrapping
good.
here back and
And they
forth
got the
as
drag.
Doran and Delight are
Sheesh.
both forced back. That was a huge moment for the
Genji's trying to keep my
Kobe
pickums
Spear
alive and
rushed
saying that
over
they
the
go
wall
undefeated.
into the way of the Fate Seal. So
Bottom tower gets teleported
They're
on.
TPing here to
This is gonna be
defend
so low,
a
though. Can
turret
they-
that's literally about to
Yeah,
go down.
Zeka
I don't think it was
immediately
ever worth it.
arrives, but now the turret
We'll
is
see if
dead.
Zeka gets a kill
Zeka
onto
goes in
Lehans. He does have his
1v3,
W,
trying to
but
get
I don't
kill
know if
on
it'll save him.
Lehans, but there's not enough
Okay.
damage, even with the Yone,
Has to
even
go
with
out
the
anyway.
strongest champ in mid lane. Right now, it's not quite there. That push like a Yone and a Gnar. Paranoia also stops your ability to see the ward and teleport to the ward, so you've got to be there to the objective fight sooner, as now the Herald driven into the tier 1 turret there.
That Varus ulti went fucking wide. Lehans gets caught by that. Can we get a hostile takeover? Sheesh, the weirding.
Over the top goes the hostile takeover. It's
They do enough
already
damage.
death
They
for
only
the
kill
support of
Rao,
Hanwha
but they don't really
Life
get much off of
Esports,
it.
and Gen G are swift to deliver it. Shovey jumps forward with another one of those
They're
spear
still trying to get
rushes
this
as Zeka
mid-lane
is
turret
forced to
to
snap back
fall.
to his body with a soul unbound. Gen G with the one for nothing.
They really
With
don't
the
get
enemy
much
tier
off
1
of it.
turret
They have the
nearly killed, they're
TP
gonna go down
to
the
force the
Drake.
tier 2
Meanwhile,
up top
Doran
side
taking
for
the
Hanwha.
opportunity, using the TP to go into the top lane and look to
While
dismantle
Genji
the
just
tier 2
continues
turret.
stacking
Dark
drag.
is crucial
It's
there,
fine by
actually
them.
recovering the retreat
Or
from
is in the
Gen G.
area, but it's a
Zeka was still pushing top and had to
1v3
teleport into the
if they
play, so
try.
he wasn't there as that fight kicked off, wasn't
Next one, you have a lot of confidence in their setup. Wait a second. They're going to have to...
Yeah, Gen G's going after the Baron because they
They
saw
Chovy TP'd in to
Hanwha
fight
trying
this.
to make a play on
They're going for
Chovy
the
down there in
Baron.
bottom
I don't know if
lane.
this
So
take
now
is
they're
very
just gonna try to
quick.
force the
They do have
Baron instead.
Renata
Chovy
and
teleporting up to
Varus,
join the
but
remaining 4
it's not
players
fast of a
on
take.
Gen G. The Paranoia is there to stop an
Oh, they got it, they
appropriate
got it,
follow-up.
they got it.
The Baron is
He even
secured
goes
by
onto
Gen G, but
Canyon.
now they gotta try to get everybody else
Spell
away.
shield saves
Canyon
him.
with the flashback
Flashes
on the
out.
wall. Hanwha can't
And
do
it's a
anything.
steal.
Gen G with the 445 seconds left on the clock.
Running
until
into
what will
Peanut.
be their
I don't think
Dragon
Peanut
Soul
can
spawns.
do any
They've got
damage
Baron
in the
and
first
control
place.
over
They
the
just runs
Yeah,
away.
and you were just talking about how them being one step ahead of HLE on these moves is impactful. Like, that was a very big step. They know what your next move is going to be. They try
Oh,
and
the
punish
fight
it
onto
and,
Zeka.
are able to
When he
actually
chunks
fully
Canyon,
finish
just
off the
Zeka
Baron
took,
and
like,
then
no
still rotate
damage.
down to the other
Yone
side of the
looking a
map.
little
20
bit
seconds
balance,
this
by
very
the way.
early. Dragon Soul, Gen G have been so clean with it, but critical breaking point is about to approach. Again, HLE have at least kept up enough gold.
They're gonna have to try and contest this for the soul. They missed the Glacial Prism. They're jumping on the Peanut. Peanut's dead. Oh, the Rel engages to the foreman. Sheesh. The hostile takeover is pretty fucking late. Viper's still alive, doing damage. Lehend's W'd himself instead of his team. Oh my fucking god. They really won? Another game's like what? Even? And well, it's not even even. It's now in Hanwha's favor now. It's off of one good team fight like that, bro. Jeez.
That also denies the Dragon Soul.
That was beautiful because Peanut.
Yeah, that shit. The weirding. It looks like a good fight. Peanut gets really obliterated.
But the TP still comes through from Zeka and a Delight.
But Delight saw the angle and went for the crash down ultimate. Sheesh. Just to set up Zeka. God damn. I mean, I'm assuming Viper cleansed the hostile takeover anyway.
Sidesteps the Renata ultimate. Able to melt down.
They're like, oh, good play, and then they're like, what?
Honestly, same. Perfect. On a champion as slippery as Ari, they instantly deleted him. But now, Gen.G, they want another attempt at this soul.
Okay, Chovy respond in time to be able to make his TP in. As now
Maybe a
another
hostile
TP
takeover
is
is
about
actually
to
really
show
good.
up for Hanwha. Doran has rejoined everybody else. Paranoia cast, a charm onto Delight, but he's the only one. Between Worlds has already been used. Doran here in the front line, jumps in from a Mega Gnar, but he ain't gonna find the angle here just yet. Zeka resetting with a soul on
The hostile takeover is
Gains
just
the first
stalling.
to
They
drop.
can't even get a
Viper's
kill.
going godlike. Gen.G scrambling
They
to
killed
fight
Rel.
back, but Zeka's too strong. Viper's too strong.
Nah,
Gen.G's
GG. They
running
lost
towards
this.
the wrong base, and Doran's gonna hit him with the wallop. Couple more auto attacks, gets it done. Chovy's about to drop again. Call it a Drake, call it an ace, call it a fight.
And they just ended off with
for
like that.
Hanwha.
Wow, that's crazy.
The LCK champions, Hanwha, showing why they won, why they threatened Gen.G, and why they want to join LNG in the quarterfinal stage.
We got 15-second death timers still ticking down for the Gen.G team as HLE are on to the Nexus turrets. They will crumble before them, and Hanwha Live Esports
Damn. 1-0
take the
right now,
first
so far.
game in the LCK Finals rematch.
Finals ain't no fluke, okay? That's just game number 1. But Hanwha really just retook control. And of course, player of the game. We don't give those out, but I'm going to give one out now. Delight.
Delight
You know,
clutch
we
that
can
for
honor
them, bro.
enemies now as well. I'm pretty sure all of the other
If not that
Gen.G members
engage
are like,
onto
you know
the
what, Delight,
4-man
that's also
Yone
an honor.
ulti,
Great job.
they
Fair
wouldn't
enough.
have come back in that game.
Delight.
Game 2
The
draft.
Rel,
Aurora
priority.
first pick
And
for
so you're
Gen.G
like, please, Delight,
into
don't just
Vibe
combo us
Rumble.
again,
Pretty good for
and
Hanwha.
win the entire fight.
Don't like the Nocturne. They just
Viper's
picked
definitely
literally the
been a
game
gym
1
lover,
draft and they're
so
running
we're
it
gonna have
back.
some more
I don't think it's the best
long-range,
idea,
more
but
CC
it
as
could be
well from this champ.
their
A lot of
comfort
possibilities here actually for HLE for some kind of drawn out
into
team fights.
But also then
Jhin,
the
and they
counter
pick the
pick for Delight, which is
Kalista
gonna
for
work out
Pays,
fantastically
really.
as well. You just saw how good he was in the Rel, but now you get to answer for whatever Lehens wants to go for.
Yep.
With the Kalista hovered, I'm still imagining something like an Alistair probably for Lehens, and maybe you just gift the
Maybe locked
Rel
in.
across, just saying, hey, I can
It's locked in.
answer into so many of these knockups having the Alistair, and that repeat send in of the Fate's Call just gives so much bounce house potential to
Renata is not bad.
And
I would say
since we're
Nico
already on
is
the
not
last
bad.
pick, we know that there's no place for Silas to fit into the enemy comp if you don't pick Alice.
Also, because we're so late in the draft, I also really like the late Jhin picks. You know, Jhin picks when you already see enemy top and jungle picked, so you know there's not going to be like super beefy tanks of
Leona,
Skarner
not
and
bad.
stuff like that in it. And so you have faith that, you know, the Jhin is going
And
to
the
be able
support
to
counter
do
pick for
plenty of
Delight
damage, and
would
there
be
is
what?
a lot of squishy members.
Ralph?
A lot of squishy members on the side of Gen.G. That being said, they do at least lock in the Leona here to have their real linchpin on their side to bring together the full
Now they
engage.
just go
And they have
Nihilus
so much
and
possibilities
play into it.
again on Gen.G. We mentioned their pick potential last time.
Bro,
Gets even bigger here.
And I always like Leona into Jhin as well because it's so easy for if he opens up the curtain call and you're trying to disengage or anything, you can
close the
just throw
curtain.
the solar flare and just, all right, curtain's done.
Spotlight's way too bright. Need to move on.
Well, there is the Rel that we were expecting
Okay.
once again for Delight.
Yeah, and I do think it works out perfectly here. You just have follow-up great engage on Peanut with the Vi. You've got two very much dive carry potentials coming through from the Akali with just her ult, but also the threat of the Rumble ultimate on towards a backline with that follow-up. So it's very easy for Hanwha to operate in this sort of composition. And again, Gen G, they kind of need to get out to the bat swinging, because yes, you've got a Leona who can face check this, but it's a very similar composition to what we saw in the last game.
So does that mean, let me ask you this, gentlemen, we'll just be direct about it. Did Hanwha win draft?
I would say yes.
I think this one is going to be gameplay for sure.
Okay. As Gen G now with a 3-man push in the bottom lane, looking to mine some more plate money away as Zeka's already in the smoke, but with that defensive cooldown used with Solar Flare finding him, it's such an easy first blood for Gen G. Zeka thought it was enough to stay safe, but it wasn't.
TP'd.
Flashback over the wall from Peanut, while Doran can't find the kill on Chovy. Hanwha thought they might have seen a counterpunch there, but Gen G gets away from it.
Great job from Lehens to lock down Zeka in that shroud. Peanut steps forward.
Oh, hold on
No
now.
escape for
Between
Peanut.
worlds, Peanut could be in a little bit of trouble, but Viper's coming down to look to help him.
Well, Keen might die.
Spitter, but instead, it's
No.
just another death.
Delight has a crush down.
Delight wants to go in.
Lehens is dead. Curtain call. Chovy's dead.
And the curtains are called.
Keen's dead.
Sniped down again. A
Chovy's.
double kill back on
Oh.
Viper. Zeka shows up.
Zeka TP'd and kills him.
The cavalry has arrived, and Gen G
They forced it too
overstays
much.
their welcome.
Gen G got duped. They thought they were the ones with the advantage, trying to push through, seeing if they get just a smidgen more of those kills in their favor. But it's actually Hanwha, whoever to turn it around with some great shots raining down from Viper.
Yeah, I mean, Gen G win the first fight and come out so ahead, and they even are like, oh great, we got another follow-up pick, but they have to call it just after that, you know.
They kept trying to chase more, but Doran was already out. Had the flash.
Viper getting a double kill.
Then you get baited in.
But even Zeka, who on the Akali died so early on the tower dive, also gets gold at the end of this super long extended. I love this guy. Dude,
Koji's reaction.
So much.
Zeka still getting some money though at the end of that, and Zeka actually has
a fight with Lehens.
He's fine. He's chilling. He's Leona. It's all right.
What do you finish his
Very
recall?
lonely Leona though, so I got a little nervous.
Leona. Well, luckily he's got some buddies now. He can get back to the safety of Chovy right next to him. Hanwha going to take the opportunity, just get this mid lane shoved up. Oh, unlucky for Gen. Deadly Flourish missed just by a sliver. But, oh well, Doran farming a bottom lane here now on the Rumble as well. Does have his Proto Belt, is level 12, so he has the second level of the ulti. We know that Rumble is a mid-game team fight monster, and I want to see if HLE can find an angle to really get the most out of that.
And Viper himself, even though he used his flash offensively in that bot side play to collect the extra kill, his flash is going to come off cooldown just a couple seconds after.
Oh, the Deadly Flourish.
Ooh, the Deadly Flourish there on
As
Candy
a
forces him
nocturnal
to use Paranoia defensively. As now HLE has all 5 players here in the bot side river. They know that Gen G took the first 2 Drakes. They don't want to give them the soul point.
They could give it up and
Infernal
keep
map
pushing mid,
especially.
but
So
I don't see what they gain from this.
overloading this part of the map means they're going to secure the Drake.
This is going to be a good Rumble ulti.
Take it. They want to go and trade the tier 2 turret back in the mid lane at the same time, but it ain't going to work out.
Lehens is by himself again.
He's locked up, beat down,
Oh.
finally saved by Pays, who uses that Callista ultimate to keep his teammate around. Zeka goes in.
Oh.
Perfect execution over the
Oh, they get him!
Perfect enough. Zeka just barely misses the damage and throws his own life away.
They thought that with the paranoia down, Hanwha would have an advantage. Gen G tried to trade for mid-turret, but
That was
the
so clean.
overextension from Zeka, hoping to get a couple more.
Set up here once again. Always spot Delight. Lehens chases him out.
Zeka's flanking.
Setting up for maybe a pincer attack here. Delight's going to be stunned up in the very
Oh, Lehens missed the Zenith Blade.
Sent into the fear, he's sent into the graveyard. Canyon grabbing the first kill there as now he has to disengage. Hanwha
Chovy missed the
have
charm.
already lost their clutch factor. They have no
They got the
way
drag.
to try to approach
They got
this
some
fight
point.
now.
Yeah,
And they lose the tier 2 mid.
smart. Lehens just runs straight at Delight.
Then he doesn't
Push
get any
him out of
local
the
run,
brush,
so it's fine.
Immediate Nocturne ultimate. They immediately jump on him. One of the Infernal Dragons, and they're not even done.
Ooh,
Doran flashes.
flashed over the wall to try to escape, but as soon as that summoner's
The Rumble
spell
ulti
is
kinda
down,
sucks.
Aurora's going between worlds, and Doran is trying to get all the way back to safety.
Peanut might die.
HP. Pace jumps forward with a beautiful
Yeah,
shot.
Lorna
from Pierce to take him
survives
down.
off of that.
Doran didn't realize he was backing on a ward and didn't want.
Going to do so, and they don't have a lot of time to do that with.
Deadly flourish only hits the hands.
TV from Zeka. They're going out to the hands. Oh, they're jumping out to Pace. He's getting one shot. He's gonna die. Crash down into the Rumble ulti. Chovy's burning. And the Rumble ulti. King should be able to get the light with Canyon.
It's too dead on Gen G. It's
Can they get Zeka?
And Zeka is trying to get away. Canyon with the flash in for the fear. And Keen
Sheesh, King picks it up. Nice.
Just puts him into the dirt.
Somebody TP's back in.
Puts Gen G right back in a spot for more objectives.
Get the turret top side too.
More of a lead against Hanwha.
Hanwha committed so much to try and make that fight happen, but Gen G more than happy to take it back against them. The TP.
The initial engage onto the hands.
And Peanut tries to get the connection here until hands doesn't quite
Misses,
hit.
but then he sees Pace, so he just targets him. Zeka flashes over, misses. E. But he has the ulti back. The Rumble ulti was so nice from Doran. Into that actual fucking choke. The light doesn't have an HP bar, basically.
But with Canyon and Keen there, he just can't really get the damage off he wants to.
Yeah, I mean, the whole plan there was get the ultimate onto Pace and immediately delete him. But as you say, when you break that combo, if you don't hit the E, not going to be able to do it quick enough. And then Gen G.
Yeah, and Zeka flashed over for it, and
nice
for the initial R over.
In addition to chasing down the extra kill.
And then he ended it up over the on the side of the pit.
Until the next Drake spawns, and it just feels like the opportunity to be in your mind. And they know
Is that the chroma for the Jin skin?
With 15 seconds left on the timer before that soul spawns.
It's funny because I
It
know
looks that
that
way.
play is going to be referenced all tournament long now. Here
Oh.
we go.
You better believe it. But Canyon popping the paranoia, solar flare lands.
Solar flare onto
They found a lot of damage
Bro.
under the light. It's
No
hard to find a
damage.
counterattack like that.
Woo.
Pace gets the kill.
Pace is getting destroyed by the Rumble ulti. Zega's dead. Peanut's dead. Viper should be dead. Keen survives. They should be able to get the Infernal Drag. I don't think they can do Dragon though. I mean, Baron. What the fuck are you doing, Lance?
Wait, Lens is Leona. He's tanky enough. It's fine. Doran wants to get
Wow, Doran going crazy.
Wow. What? Dude?
All
What
right,
the
that's,
fuck?
He knows
Doran?
the game is slipping away, and so he wants the miracle play. You know, he wants to be able to try and do something crazy to bring it back. But again, Gen G, Nocturne lights out.
They chuck.
Leona ult stuns
They
up
chunk.
Rel. They
I
go
don't know if it
immediately
chuck.
onto
Like,
it.
they
Just
throw him away.
Lens is like, fine, Delight, you beat us last game, really nicely played, but we are going to take
Oh.
you out.
It's also just Keen on the back line. He puts so much threat onto Viper because everyone is diving forward, but he just locks Viper up. Viper flashes up the wall. He follows over. Doran is late to going back towards him. And you can see he never gets to open up with the curtain.
So you know their desperation meter
The curtain
is just,
call
like, through the roof
and gets
now.
immediately
Yeah,
canceled.
Already saw it with the Doran play, but you know, they're just like any sort of play that even looks half good, we should just go for it.
I mean, half is
Chovy
better than
TP
the chance
bot.
that you're going to have just sitting and giving everything over to Gen G at
Oh,
this point.
Keen's out.
As Keen can immediately just walk back away as soon
Well,
as
Chovy
he sees
shoves him
HLE
ball lane.
trying to defend these brushes, defend this vision.
They should
Elder
be
won't
able to
spawn
try
for
and
another
push it all the way
4.5
to the
minutes
tier
for the next
2.
2.5
I don't know if they'll end up
minutes.
getting
Baron
in, but
possession for Gen G.
maybe.
And I think the problem is you're just so far behind as almost everyone apart from Viper on
There's a
Hanwha,
flank
it's
ward for
impossible
Doran to
fight back.
take.
You're a full item behind on jungle and mid. They're playing with so much confidence, Canyon and Chovy, knowing that they are basically untouchable for a lot of this unless the light has some miracle
I
play.
don't know if it's warded or not,
So for the
but
moment, Hanwha desperate to make something happen, but I just
Million's
think
getting
running out of
pushed
time.
in by Keen.
Keen just putting in the work.
Trying
on the
to
tier
tier
3 turret,
3.
all alone, all by himself.
Cuts continue
Okay.
to rain down as you're underneath the tower.
There it goes.
Oh, the
dive's
weirding.
ready to go in. Delight tries to make the
Rumble
miracle
ulti.
happen,
Canyon should be dead.
G are not believers here today. Doran getting dove by Lahens. A little bit more damage.
Doran dies.
Done, and finally, the burn seals the deal. Gen G.
The tower is still standing for the beginning of that fight, but in the end, still further progressing their march towards the Nexus. Still get the tower, get the extra kills too.
Nova doesn't stun anyone, but it still slows them long enough.
Caught Viper in it too, and so Canyon went into the back of it to try and put the extra pressure onto Viper, and then it gets a little dicey as far as keeping him in, and Lehen's tried to follow, and because Lehen's is able to have the ignite there, and actually finishes off the extra kill onto Doran, they are still able to move forward.
Almost like Coach is like
Coach's expressions are just fantastic.
he's always like in shock. So let's go, and he's like, oh.
Like, oh, what's gonna happen?
Like, oh,
You know it's gonna be good. As soon as he's on
I
screen,
think Coach Kim is just like, yeah, it's happening.
Whether they're winning or losing, whatever's happening. All right, we've got 10 seconds left on our Red Bull Baron power play.
He's already
here.
a world
It's
champion.
+3,500
He
for
won
Gen
with
G, which is
IG
a really
in
solid
20
gain for that objective. And now it's sub 2
18.
minutes until the Elder spawns. I feel like if you're HLE, this is it. It's a Hail Mary play at Elder Dragon. It's the one thing that
he gets a vision ward on him, so he does cancel it.
Yep.
Oh, they jumped into Viper.
Engage coming after Viper, but he ain't gonna find the kill that he wants. Kill that he needs. Keen with a rampage on Peanut. As
Oh,
Gen G are way
been up.
too strong. 3 for nothing. But Viper makes it 4.
Show his
Zeka
TP in
tries
mid.
to escape, and Gen G with a clean fight here at the very end. They do not need an Elder. They don't even need Zeka. They just want him to send a message. Canyon gets back away.
Okay.
Lehen's
That's big of
ends
Zeka.
HLE, and Chovy's pushing the minion wave into the base.
What a game for Lehen's too, this one. Gen G, the steamroller, going to even this one up.
Alright, 1-1. That's what I'm expecting.
All that's left is the
Trying to save my
structures
pick'ems. Thank you, Gen G.
falling down. I'm so glad our LCK Finals rematch is not just going to be a clean sweep. Gen G ties us up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's
1-1,
going to a
baby.
third game.
Let's go.
You always knew it had to go the distance with these two.
Never mind, they're
Smolder
going for the
locked
Smolder
in.
instead.
Honor running
I
in
gotta
first
believe
pick.
it's gonna
What
be,
the fuck?
a Keen Aurora again then. And then you're kind of looking at jungle too. Here, since jungle has actually taken a lot of the bans as well for Canyon.
Yeah, it feels like the Nocturne again. This seems to be the
Yeah.
combo that they want to work with, which is
There's
throw
a
the
Aurora
Aurora
priority
ults
for
and then
Gen
just
G
jump
though.
on whoever's
It's
stuck in it.
crazy, by the
And
way.
now, what do you try and respond here with? Is it going to be the Sejuani, just Peanut going back
Nocturne
to basics?
is
I mean, I really liked the Nocturne for Canyon in the previous game.
Sejuani,
Right, like I thought that was
Probably
huge,
get
the
locked
way
in.
that they were able to get those advantages with it offensively and defensively. But there you go, Dagda, you're right on the money. They're going back to basics. They're going back to Sejuani for Peanut.
Yeah, and it looks like the Gnar are going to be the answer. And I think this was a good shot. You could have some control in the lane and being able to contest at that range in the matchup, but it also meant we got
They
into
pick a
the
top
game number
no,
1.
they were pick
You
the
can
top
have
one,
that
they
big
pick Aurora.
engagement to follow up a
They need
Peanut
to
or
pick a
even
mid laner
Frank
here.
when Aurora
With
went for these big plays. So
Smolder.
now it's just is it a Callista Slam or do we get something different from Gen G to try and set pays up for success?
Yeah, a lot of times
Same again, of course.
a lot of times you'll talk to a solo laner and they'll be like, yeah, you know, I'm fine. I can pick this into the matchup. You know, I can pick the Gnar into the Aurora and it's fine. But the rest of your team are the ones that pay the price later because of the team fighting impact of the champion. And so it's, you know, it's a lot on like Viper to deal with that and Zeka to deal with that. And with him being on the Smolder now, definitely is going to be such a heavy target. But Gen G, they came into this one with a very clear game plan and they are not deviating.
Now, what I'm really curious about for this game, and we'll learn a little bit more about potentially
Ezreal ban,
the answer to this
Callista
question based
ban.
on the last couple of picks.
Well, they banned
Last game
Kaisa.
We were talking about how Gen G had all these dominant lanes, right? They were ahead in every lane in terms of farm, but yet we saw no lane swap. I feel like if you're looking at that Aurora again, if you're looking at a potential problem where you could be behind in multiple lanes, I'm expecting to see it. I don't want to see it, but I'm expecting to see it.
Yeah, I think so as well, and especially since we're probably going to get Jin ban coming through here. Oh, actually going to be the Kaisa. Okay, so I thought they go for the Jin
Wait,
ban
so
to try and
Hanwha
alleviate that
just
for
refused
Viper
it?
as
Oh no,
another kind of
they
threat
didn't.
or setup. I think you end up in a spot where you can go for the same plan of hit the Mega Gnar level 2 as
Would it be a Gen ban or a Varus ban?
Effect where you can get to control that and come out with
They're gonna go for
like we saw
ADs.
in game number 1 for Hanwha.
Honestly, they want to
Just
ban a
end up getting
support
little
pick,
bit
but
pushed
I
in the
would rather
lane.
ban an
Beneficial
ADC.
play.
Ash. Okay.
All right, Ashe, Callista, Ezreal, Kaisa. 4 bans, 4 marksmen in the second half of the draft. Let's see what FaZe wants to go with here. Already have the Aurora and Ahri, the AP solo laners, combined with that threat of the Nocturne for the engage and the incredible utility of the Paranoia. Expecting our supports to go for big, heavy engage, just like we've been seeing so far throughout the series as well. And all right, that's what they're going to go ahead and lock in first, put some priority on that Leona.
Now, HLE, like, they could... I mean, I guess they could deviate a little, but they
Leona
already have the
picked,
smolder
so
for mid too.
Hayes
so
has a chance to
honestly,
counter
it's probably just gonna
pick
be
for
straightforward
AC.
team fight from them.
I think that's why we didn't get the.
I wouldn't be
Ikari
surprised if
lock
they
in,
pick
'cause
Varus,
If it was
yeah.
Jhin, I think he'd be comfortable send Smolder to the bottom side of the map, and that's
And
why
then
they
I
went
think
for the
Hayes
support
might
angle
have to just
first,
play
and
Jhin
then if
into
not,
it. It's
then
either
you
or.
could slam someone
Viper
like
will
an
take
NF
Jhin
and
or
play with the
Varus.
Leona, play this hyper aggressive lane in the bottom side.
I feel like
It kind of
Varus
forces
is way better into
Smolder
their
towards the
as their
mid lane,
comp.
and now it's the Varus lock
Just for
in to
the
try and counteract
lockdown
it,
with his
but
ultimate. As
that's
long as
a
he can
lot
hit
of
it.
dive again for this Varus.
And
We
they
kinda
pick
saw
Renata
FaZe
here.
struggle with it in the game number 1, but at least the Renata paired alongside it gives at least a little bit of that pushback.
Right, you're talking about a lot of dive. Renata, one of the greatest anti-dive champions you can have, with the bailout to save the dive target. Hostile takeover, we already know how effective that is. Even the handshake just does wonders at being able to stop that forward motion from the enemy divers.
Yeah, I guess the other option I was kind of considering would be like a Xayah Rakan or something for them, because then you have the Xayah option for actually dealing with the dive. But since it was
Twitch?
Red Side Gen G, they kept
They
their
picked
big hit
Twitch?
here for
No
the end.
way.
The Twitch range coming in.
First Twitch of the tournament.
You get the sneaky Twitch plays in a...
This motor just pops off so well in the later portion of the game, especially with the lockup in
I
the front line.
hate
that
this
Hanwha have,
laning
Gen G are
phase,
missing.
bro.
You need something to
Okay,
go
I'm
your
just gonna
way
do
early
this in
to
solo queue,
maybe
bro.
even set a pace to
See
turn
if
into
I
this
can piss someone
assassination
off.
Twitch instead. Otherwise, I think in that mega late game, I do favor Hanwha in this situation. And when Gen G were playing so slow, so methodically in the last game, I think they actually need a bit more burst opening in this game.
I don't know. I love Twitch late game. I think I'm just gonna fully invest. I'm going all in. I'm like, Twitch with range late game just feels so. Oh, wait a second.
Yeah, Lehens walking down here underneath the tier 1
You
turret.
can hear the save Lehens.
Keen
I don't know if you can really save anything. It's Keen TPing in as Aurora. That isn't really strong like Kasante. Does the light die? No, he doesn't. Wow. First blood to Viper. And the Lehens is dead here too. Nah, I don't think they should have even TP'd. Peanut dies, but that goes to Lehens, so I'm really worried. Dawn has to burn. No, he's gonna have to burn anything. I think he had the flash. No.
This is such a squishy team from Gen G. Even on the rotation down, yes, you've got Lehens there, but this Aurora offers nothing. And now already a phenomenal start for the Hanwha squad.
My
That TV
real
sucked.
big question after this is, what is Peanut gonna do now? Because he actually goes down here, and since they did do their own side clear first, Canyon has a bunch of camps to pick up. I mean, we're watching the replay now. It's really nicely done on the first dive to juggle the tower aggro. It's only here in the second one that they give up number 2. Lehens is able to lock up Mr. Peanut under tower, and since he has Ignite late, but I really want to get back to live in his bottom side, so...
I think he wants to go bot lane here.
Yeah. Level 1 Paranoia, not the longest range,
Oh
but it's long
shit, they'll
enough.
go engage from Lehens. Canyon gets knocked.
Starting it off as Viper still tries to escape. The cleanse ain't gonna do it. The
Viper should be dead. It goes to Pays.
arrow is not enough.
But the light has to
Peanut
flash
shows up,
and
but it's
Peanut's
too
here to
little,
cover,
it's too
but
late.
they still
It's
get
too
Viper in the
good
end and it
for
goes to
Gen
Pays.
G, who tie up the game 2-2.
Dude, when your jungler is ahead, oh, it feels good. Canyon's there first. Canyon's able to close the distance with his ultimate. And even though Peanut arrives late, that's just level 5 Sejuani. Great. Not really concerned. And so they get the early jump onto Viper, even with the flash, even with the cleanse. Successful move for Gen G. And Canyon able to really leverage and snowball the early stages. But
So it
here's what
starts
I
off
look at the
with
start.
Yeah, great
Lehens
engage from Lehens, the
engaging
flash,
onto
Zenith
Viper
blade
now.
catches out
Or is it?
Viper
Yeah.
and sets him
Flash
up,
this forward.
gets the stun as well. And Viper could have tried
Flash
to use
in. The handshake
cleanse there, but
repels him
instead believes in
prior to the
handshake
W
going
from
through, and
Nocturne.
I think
He cleanses a little bit early.
after that second
The
stun
cleanse
came
is
through
stunned,
from
but still
Lehens,
dies
as you
to the
say, I mean,
Ignite.
level 5
Basically,
Sejuani
like,
can
allow
do nothing
Pays to
in
do
this
damage.
situation.
Dude, how sick of a move is Zenith Blade? Still get to go with him with his flash. So he got to go his flash distance, plus the Zenith Blade distance, plus Viper's flash distance.
Tier 1, as you do have lane control up there.
Oh,
for the
Dawn
combo
goes
of Delight
into
and
it
Viper.
changed on
That bottom
Chovy.
lane, Chovy versus
Actually
Dawn
chunked
really
it for a
shouldn't turn
bit,
into
but
a whole lot. I
does it
would
really
think
even
both of
matter?
these two
And this time
have
Chovy didn't go
unleashed
aggressively on
force
line,
when
so
they
he
go
went
to
electric
join
it.
the
They can
fight that
actually
might
fight
break
him.
out here in the top side. It's a 4-man move from HLE. They're going to be the first to commit here to this river. If Canyon can steal away even a single
They're
grub, that's all
engaging.
they need. He flies into the middle of everybody. The solar flare
Canyon's
coming down
dead
over
though.
top, but Canyon is
The
already
hostile
dead.
takeover
A
is
nice
stalling
hostile
them.
takeover fired back in, but Viper
Pace
now
is
dies
doing
as
some
Pace
damage,
takes
but
him
he's
out. Lehans
only able to
drops
kill
the door,
Viper for
and
now.
Doran has to flash back over the wall.
Zeka might be the next
has
target with
finally
Doran.
joined, and Doran has to try to
Doran's
get away
dead.
with a double kill back over to the Twitch. He
Can
is
Chovy even
hiding
continue
no
chasing?
longer. And
No.
Gen G, they'll go 2 for 2 with HLE, but the grubs are
A
still on the
team fight.
menu, and they're looking good for Gen G.
It looks so good to start off with from Hanwha. Delight, a terrific ultimate across the team, buying that space for
All
Viper.
6 grubbies
And
go to
even with
Gen
the
G.
teleport quicker from Doran,
Sheesh.
it nearly went their way, but Gen G, they outplay on the fight.
The fight
and
starts
it's a
off with
double kill for the
them pressuring to
Twitch.
take the grubbies away from them.
Getting so
Canyon goes
rich off this
in.
play, and the reason it looks good at the beginning is 'cause
Lehans
they
is
also
able to do
started
solar
before
flare.
Pace is even there, couple of
Keen is
seconds.
still able
So
to
that means
do
hanging down
the
already.
between
And as you say, there were not
two
an
worlds
ultimate going over the
ult,
other
that's
two,
what I
but
can
once
tell.
Pace does arrive, he just burns the back line. And
Pace
he
was allowed to
annihilates
free
them
fire
as
after
everyone's
Viper.
trying to get away. He was able to grab that red buff and then continually double burn them down. That plus the poison, and now you are in a situation
After the
where you
fight,
have
it's
all
like
of
no
the
way
void
did
grubs,
Pace
all
take his
6 of
hands
them,
off the
plus
fucking
you got
keyboard
the early dragon as
mid-fight.
well. It is again just so much objective control for Gen G, plus the huge threat.
With the souls they managed to get this day, but it does mean that you have to fight them and you have
Zeka's
to come
close
at
to his
them.
250.
For Gen
So
G,
he will have
I
enough
think you're
soon.
pretty happy with that because look at the smolder. The second item not
But
even
it's actually
completed.
cute.
We should have it on reset, but it's also a build that comes on much later because you haven't gone for that Triforce to try and hit that break point in the mid game.
And Paze also already has the Hurricane here, so the Twitch just gets to melt multiple targets from a very safe distance with the ultimate and kind of leverage the Nocturne vision even more because you can just be so far out of reach of opponents that you end up getting to free fire in these,
Open for
these
Gen
team
G,
fights.
so
And we'll see. Gen G, once again, here they go. They set
They are
up
pretty close.
way ahead of time and see if
The
they can
TP
get
and
the
in.
advantage. HLE, though, looking to fight back. They've got the
Doran
brute
is on the
force.
bot side
They
trying to
get their
clear and shove the wave.
mid-lane push first
They're
before
trying to get priority
transitioning
mid.
into River. I would definitely like for Peanut to be with the rest of the squad here, though. Yeah, there we go. Get yourself a tankier member on the front line. And here we go.
Paze is still creeping around on the Twitch.
They're pulling the Baron out.
Wants to make sure
I
he
mean,
can get that chance
Dragon.
to open up. Keen will be the last one to join the rest of Gen G here in the bot side river. The Gnar separated from the
Will
rest
Peanut
of the team.
try and
Doran's about to
contest it by
transform
fighting?
back from Mega Gnar. This is not a good state for
Viper's
HLE.
poking them
They're trying to go in
out.
for a
Glacial
fight.
Prism
Doran trying to
misses.
grab
Mom
Lehans.
comes
There's the
in.
handshake with Mom over
Lehans
top,
can't
and
do
Zeka
anything. He
gets
already
the
ulted
first
anyway.
kill. They're trying to go between worlds. Canyon's in the front of
Pace is free
everybody.
firing.
Paze is free
Also take over
firing.
onto
The kills
2.
start coming in from
Keen's
both
almost dead.
sides.
Chovy gets a
Make it
kill.
3 for Paze. Two of
Can
them picked up by
Paze
Chovy,
clean up?
though, as Peanut and Zeka
Oh,
try to
Zeka
get
almost
away.
kills him.
A
Was the execute?
triple for Chovy, and
Did Chovy even
Peanut's
chase
the
again?
last man standing.
Oh,
Chovy
flashes and gets the kill
cleans them
onto
up.
Peanut for a
Quadra
quadra
kill
kill.
for the
Holy shit.
Gen G mid.
Keen is putting the fish in the barrel.
To stack up. A lot invested there, but a
Oh,
Nocturne
they're
ult
jumping
on it.
onto Zeka.
Canyon has found his target.
He has no
Here
flash.
with Zeka's smolder.
He doesn't have an
Mom
execute,
summoned.
though.
Maybe it would have been enough to save him just from Nocturne. Since Paze can always be anywhere, everywhere, all at once, not a good place to have to try to defend against.
Only on the Canyon.
Caught initially there by the Glacial Prison. Loses about half HP, but not close enough to death to force him all the way back.
Divide time though for Doran to get that Narbar filled up. Wants to try and get on towards the backline. Paze in a very good spot though between all these members of Gen G.
Yeah, Lehans wanted to go in there with a Zenith Blade, but he ain't gonna find the angle. Doran ready to transform. Narbar charged. Gets charmed though. Snot bubble hits
Paranoia.
Lehans. There goes
Smolder.
Mom. A little bit more damage by
Lehans
Doran.
is dead.
Viper grabs the kill. The Drake also secured by HLE.
Of poke damage, so the decisions have to be instantaneous to go for.
Zeka approaching 300 stacks here, gets away from the charm, but Paze is
They
already
get
opened
Lehans.
up on Viper. Now you gotta be careful, because
I mean, wait, they got Viper, my bad.
and Doran's caught between worlds. Chovy and Canyon ready to follow up as the Gnar can't transform in time. Flashing away with the Sterix gauge active, throws a boulder right back to him. Peanut
Mom
still
gets
looking
called
for
in.
maybe an
They
angle
will
as
chunk
Mom
them.
comes in, but Chovy's gonna be protected by the shield. HLE lose their AD carry, but nothing more.
Hanwha protecting Doran there was crucial because that would have been Gen G turnover to Baron. May still look for it as the TP comes back in.
Yup.
Zeka needs to teleport back into this equation to make things more even for Hanwha.
The teleport seals the deal. Baron's the target. Genji already got it down to about half. Doran here on the front line. Baron at 6k HP. HLE piling in. Lehens tries to get away. Doran still at about half HP now as Peanut has to fully escape. Arctic Assault backwards. Baron still aggroed at 3,000. Doran still trying to transform. He needs to go into Mega Gnar. Peanut's behind the wall into the pit, but the Baron's going to be
Oh,
secured
Genji.
by Canyon.
Wait, they're corralled. Kill them.
Trapped between a wall and an enemy team. Canyon gets the kill on Doran, and Chovy goes over looking for a little bit more. They want to kill the Smolder, and Zeka pops. They all
Oh, we got him.
drop, and it
Light's
looks
dead.
like the hopes are done, dead and gone for HLE.
Genji will 3-0.
Genji with
Possibly.
a home run.
Oh, Canyon clutches the smite, and then Chovy clutches the team fight. Here's another look at how low they get. Poked again inside this Baron pit. Lehens is forced to flash away, and you can see it burning down there, so close to execute range. Baron trying to finish him off too, and then Chovy still full HP on the Ahri. He moves up, and he actually puts so much pressure on the less of the DPS of Hanwha that Canyon is allowed to stay in on the Baron smite.
Now I
He
see so much
secures it,
damage.
and then Chovy goes in
And he was
with the
smart
rest
enough
of
to
his
use his W
charges
to go in.
finish it off. What a duo there.
And still get the smite on it.
Really clutch on the Baron fight,
To
even
secure
with all the extra damage
a
that
Chad.
have been received by the rest of Genji members. They pull it off.
The flash from Canyon was so sick as well because gets him out of the pit. Right for Doran.
Bro, their coach is always so happy.
Please tell
He's
me
like,
I'm seeing this
"Let's go."
correctly. We did come out on top.
All right, can they close it though here? Genji now with massive lead.
Oh,
HLE
engage.
walks way too close to the brush,
Ah,
and there's no
Delight is
way
dead.
out for Delight with Renata down. That's
No hostile
your big
takeover even now.
anti-engage mechanism. 1,000 gold. They've got an Infernal Soul. That's a mega buff on its own.
Oh.
As now the Glacial Prison immediately finds Chovy upon teleport, but the counterattack is there. Pays is hitting everybody.
Hostile
He
takeover.
flashes,
Oh my
he
God.
cleanses, and
The
he
free fire.
ends everybody on HLE. Exactly like we said. Pays on the Twitch. He came
Holy
into the
shit.
game.
Doran
with
has to save it.
100% win rate on it.
Oh,
He's gonna leave
he's
the
dead like
game
that.
with a 100% win rate on it. Genji is gonna
GG.
show HLE that the finals
My
are
pick'ems
not the
are
rule,
saved.
but they are the exception. This squad has controlled
Genji
the
fighting.
Korean League of Legends scene for a damn long time, and they're showing that they're looking to keep that rolling in Worlds as they punch their ticket to the quarterfinals.
Bro, they look
The
so
golden
shaky,
road might
but
have
we did it.
paused, but Genji want to make sure Hanwha know that they still deserve to be on top when it comes to the world stage.
Incredible showing from Genji, getting some revenge against HLE for the LCK finals. Desk, what are we thinking?
We're just as
So, I guess out of this day, we know that Hanwha and Dalmon are not moving on to quarters for now. They're moving down to 2-1, and they will need to win one more game if they want to qualify for quarters. So for now, the two teams moving on to quarterfinals are Genji and LNG, which is great to see them in quarters. And that will be it from me for today.